Hey everyone, welcome to today's lesson. My name is Wes. This is Interactive English, and if this is your first time here, I just want to say welcome. Please write to me in the comments. Tell me your name, tell me where you're from, because I love hearing from you, especially new people who are new to our channel, because what this channel is all about is just helping you trying to practice and improve your English skills. And these lessons in particular, these live lessons, it's a great way to practice your English skills because if you are with me right now in the chat, of course, I want you to participate in today's lesson. I want you to write your answers in the chat. And even if you're watching this later, I want you guys to participate. I want you to, again, this interactive English. I want you to write your answers in the comments. Try to use it like it's a piece of paper and participate. So today's lesson, we're talking about idioms and expressions, but specifically we're talking about idioms and expressions that are more commonly used in the United States because I am from the United States. So these are idioms and expressions that you might hear me use or other people that are from the US. I tried to choose more the idioms and expressions that I thought were very common, that are more universal, and that even if you are not from the United States or you're not traveling to the United States, you could still use these and other people could put them into context and they would understand what you're saying. So I want to give a quick shout out to some people who are joining me today. Hello, Aiden. Hi, how are you? Great to see you again. Angela Lali, Abdurrahman Hong, Sleepwalker, Hari Hong, Danny, welcome, Audio, Yowana. Thank you guys for joining me today. So as we go through this again, I want to see if you can try to guess these different idioms and expressions. And of course, I will tell you the answer and then I will tell you what they mean as well. And before you guess, I'll try to give you some hints to help you along. So the first one is kind of like it's like a game of hangman. I don't know if you've played hangman before, but I will give you some of the letters and I want you to see if you can tell me what the idiom or expression is, and I'll give you some hints. So let's just do the first one as an example. So here we go. Now, I've given you some of this is two words, all right? One of the words is up top, well, it's up top, the second word is down here. And the little lines, those are letters that are missing, all right? So what two words is this? This is something, it's an expression that somebody would tell someone after you say, oh, thank you, or thank you for doing this. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And somebody might respond with this phrase. Instead of saying you're welcome, they'll just say this. It's very casual. It's very informal. Yes, exactly. You guys got it. You're rocking it out already. No worries. Great job, Aiden, Lolly, Iwana, Sleepwalker. Yes, it's an informal way of saying you're welcome or no problem. You just say, no worries. Don't worry about it. No worries. I like using this one, so this is why I put this one as the very first one for today's lesson. I say this quite often, and I'll just say, just in friendly, informal way, yeah, no worries. Don't worry about it. The next one, this is more difficult, and this is actually from, I think, a previous lesson that we did. So if you are a super fan and you have watched many of our lessons, then maybe you'll remember this one. So it's three words, and the situation that somebody would use this in is, I'll just tell you what the meaning is. You would say this when you do not want to tell the truth, because you're afraid that you will incriminate yourself. So this is a phrase, an expression that somebody would use if they are in a courtroom and the lawyer is asking them questions and you're like, well, I don't want to tell the truth because I'll admit that I'm also guilty. So they would say this, I want to, What do you think? This is a very American expression because it has to do with laws. And yes, excellent, great job, Luca, Mer. Perfect. You would plead the fifth. So again, in that context, if somebody is in a courtroom and the lawyer's asking questions and you say you refuse to answer the questions because you don't want to incriminate yourself, then you would say, I plead the fifth. You could use this in other situations as well outside. If, for example, like just kind of joking with your friends and your friends like, hey, where were you last night? I want you to tell me where you were. And you're like, you were somewhere where you shouldn't be. And you're like, I plead the fifth. I don't want to say, I don't want to tell you. All right, the next one. Now, this is, well, just looking at it, I will be very impressed if you get this answer. But as soon as I tell you the hint, I think you'll know what it means. It's 3 words. You will So this is 3 words. In case you don't know, write your answer in the chat. This is something that you would say to someone when you want to wish them good luck. All right, now all of a sudden, I think it's become much easier. Instead of telling somebody good luck, you're going to say this instead. It's very, I think it's a very common expression. You will hear this watching TV shows or movies. It's a very common expression. And instead of saying good luck, you are going to tell somebody what? All right? What do you guys think? Write your answer in the chat, in the comments. Again, even if you're watching this later, I want you to participate in these lessons. Excellent. Perfect. Luca, Wang, Dominic, you want to, yes, break a leg. You would tell somebody to break a leg when they are getting ready to do some type of performance, all right? Not so much like a sports competition, but more of a performance if it's like a play, theater, some kind of musical performance, and you could tell somebody break a leg. The next one that I have for you is this one again. If you're just joining us, just to let you know, we are talking about common and useful American idioms and expressions. And I'm kind of quizzing you on these. So this one is talking about if you learn about some event and it's going to alter your plans. So you learn about something and you're like, oh, okay, this is we have to do something different. What would you say? Again, this is from, I believe this may be from a previous lesson that we did, and you'd say, this is some event, and it's going to change your opinion or change the way that you're doing things. In that case, you would say it is a game changer. If something is a game changer, again, it's an event that shifts the way of doing something. So you learn some type of new information and you say, well, now that I know this is a game changer. We need to change our ways. We need to do things differently. All right, so let's do a couple more, all right? This one it's 3 words. This is an idiom that is talking about a person's primary income, their primary source of money. It's 3 words. And instead of saying, you're trying to say, well, this is my primary source of income, you would say, it is my what? So, for example, I could say that, well, teaching English. Teaching all of you guys running this YouTube channel. We are in the process of creating this school, so I could say, this is my what? All right, excellent. Yes, Sarisha, Natasha, close, bread and cheese, close, Isaiah. Bread and butter. If something is your bread and butter, it is your primary source of income. And usually you would say this about your job. And you'd say, well, I'm a taxi driver, it's my bread and butter. Or I am a teacher, it's my bread and butter. So again, it's talking about your primary source of income. Now, this one, I thought we'd end on a little bit of an easier one. So this is just 1 word, okay? What do you think? Oh, hello, Suray. Excellent. Great to see you. Bread and butter, last one, your source of income. This one is talking about if somebody's just... I almost gave away the answer, all right? So If you are having a sleep and it's during the day, you say that you are taking a what? We often use it with that verb, take. Somebody will take a what? All right, you have a sleep in the middle of the day, you would take a this. What do you think it is? So I hope that you guys said a catnap. Somebody takes a catnap. It is a short little sleep during the day. It means the same thing as a nap. Actually, I would say a catnap is possibly even shorter than a regular nap. So a catnap might just be like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes, but really it's kind of the same thing as a nap, and you would say it is a catnap. All right, so now we're going to change it up. So those I did a little bit more like hangman, where I just took out some letters. Now I'm going to give you a picture. And the picture is actually the idiom or expression that I want you to try and guess. All right, so let's just do the first one so you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you're just joining us again, we're practicing different idioms and expressions that are very common in the US. So look at this first one. What do you guys think? This picture represents an English idiom. And this one it's very easy. All right. It's so easy. I think all of you should know this one. This is so easy. And that is actually your hint. Me telling you that this is so easy. What idiom or expression does this picture show? What do you guys think? I hope, yes, excellent. The answer is a piece of cake. That is a picture of somebody holding up a piece of cake, which is a way of saying that something is very easy. And you would just say something is a piece of cake. I think that question was a piece of cake. So excellent. Great job, Ladan, Angela, Sevda. Try to get in some different names. Thank you, Surey. I really appreciate that. All right, the next one that I have for you is this. What expression do you think that is? What idiom? It is a picture of what? What do you see? Some of you, if you follow our Facebook page, I actually posted this a few days ago. I posted this picture and asked this same question. What do you think? It's a picture of somebody, and you see those two horses there. What do you think it is? So this is an idiom where somebody would say, they're telling somebody to wait. All right, they're trying to say, hey, slow down, wait. You need to stop. Excellent. Yes, Christian, Sharin, just 1 minute. Perfect. You would tell somebody to hold your horses. So if you're telling somebody to hold their horses, I would say it's a little impolite. Instead of saying like, hey, just wait a moment, please wait. If you're a little more stressed, you tell somebody, look, hold your horses, just wait, hold your horses. You're telling them to stop what they're doing, to wait a moment, to hold your horses. All right, so the next picture that I have for you is this one right here. This, I think, is a little more challenging because, well, you see, it's a picture of a cake. And think about what that person is doing on top of the cake. So I'll tell you what the idiom or expression means, and hopefully that'll help you understand the phrase that I'm looking for. So what it means is that you are referring to something that makes something else better, that it makes it even better, and you say, this is the what? So if you have some situation where, wow, things are good, but something happens, it makes it even better, and you say, wow, this is just the what? Close. I see somebody like he had cherry, yes, on the cake. You would say the cherry on top, which would be another expression, but yes, Angela, Vicky, close. Aiden, yes, the icing on the cake. If you're talking about the icing on the cake, you're talking about something that makes another thing even better. And the hint they were trying to give you was that person is ice skating. So if you think about that picture, you have cake, which is great. Everybody loves cake. But then if we put icing on top of the cake, which is that frosting, that vanilla icing, it makes it even better. So in that case, that's where it comes from, the icing on the cake. So for example, maybe I say that I get a promotion at work. And I think, wow, this is a great day. And then later on in the day, I discover that I win the lottery. And you say, that is just the icing on the cake. It makes the day even better. The next picture, all right. This one, I think this one might be a little bit more challenging. So think about what this person is doing. They are playing basketball, it looks like. And what are they doing if they're playing basketball? What are they doing? What's that verb that you would use? And of course, you can see the fan is in the air. So what does a fan? It gives a what? Now, the meaning of this phrase is to have a casual conversation. If you are having a casual or informal conversation with someone, you could say, we are just, what do you think? And this is the idiom or expression. You're having a casual conversation and you are just doing this. So think about it. Now, I know so many people are thinking like throwing, all right? Not throwing. Think of what you would do with a basketball. You would shoot. You would shoot the ball. But in this case, you're shooting what? Not the fan, but what are you shooting? The idiom or expression is to shoot the breeze. We did this in a lesson a long time ago, I think over 2 years ago. So think about it. A fan, it gives off like air, wind, a breeze to make people cooler. To shoot the breeze is a way of saying that you are just having an informal or casual conversation. So maybe you would ask somebody like, oh, you saw this person yesterday. What were you guys doing? You're like, no, nothing. We were just shooting the breeze. We were just having a casual conversation. We're not really talking about anything. We're just shooting the breeze. The next one, that was a little more challenging, all right, I think maybe this one might be a little easier to figure out, even if you don't know what it means. Think about what this picture is. The expression or the idiom is really, it's just like the picture. What do you think it is? All right. Write your answer in the chat. Write your answer in the comments. Participate in the lesson. What do you think? It's a picture of a person's what? And it is where. All right? Those two things. And what this expression means is it's talking about somebody who is being unrealistic. They're not being realistic. They're saying these kind of crazy things that maybe are not going to come true. And you'd say, this person has their what? Yes, excellent, Gertrudis. Natasha, perfect. You would say they have their head in the clouds. So that is a picture, somebody's head, it's in the clouds. And if you describe somebody in this way, oh, you got your head in the clouds, it means that they are not being realistic. They're saying something that is probably not going to come true and say, they got their head in the clouds. They're not really saying things that reflect reality. You got your head in the clouds. I think, sometimes all of us, we say things and somebody could say, oh, you got your head in the clouds. You're not being realistic. Think about what's true. So the next one, this is another difficult one. I'm going to try and help you through this. I'm going to walk you through this. So the first thing I would say is look at that chair. All right. Think about the chair that you see there. All right. That is part of this expression. Now, what happened to the person who was in that chair? They're now on the floor. Now, what the picture represents is possibly you see those two doctors there, and the person who's on the floor, maybe they're a bit crazy. And that is what this idiom or expression means. It means that somebody is kind of going crazy. They're saying things that are ridiculous or crazy. And you would say that somebody is what? What do you think? All right. Again, I said start with that chair. What kind of chair is it? Just to give you a hint, it is a rocking chair. It's a rocking chair. You know that kind, it rocks back and forth. And if somebody, you wouldn't say they fall off the chair, but they fall off their rocker. To fall off your rocker, or you could say that somebody is off their rocker. And what it means is you're describing this person as, being a little crazy. They're going crazy. And you could say that, wow, this person, they're off their rocker. They're crazy. Or you could say somebody fell off their rocker. They've kind of gone crazy, to be off your rocker. So off your rocker is just an informal way of saying that somebody is kind of gone crazy, gone a bit mad. All right, so now we're going to do some more. I got some more for you. Going to make this, I don't know if it's more challenging, but what I've done is I've given you a sentence, a situation, and I want you to try to complete the sentence using one of these idioms, okay, or expressions. So let's do the first one. And this one, I actually did a lesson a while ago talking about when you're very busy. That's a hint for you. Different ways to say that you're really busy right now. So in this situation, somebody might say, I can't help you right now. I've got a lot on my So how would you complete that sentence? How would you complete that expression? Because if you say that you got a lot on your it just means you're very busy right now. And I think this is I think it's a common expression that somebody might use. I use it from time to time. Instead of saying, well, I'm very busy, I'd say I got a lot on my what? All right, excellent. Wow, you guys rocked that one. Yes, Mary, Sid, Angela, Suray, Aiden, excellent. Perfect. Yes, you got a lot on your plate. So if somebody has a lot on your plate or a lot on their plate, it just means that they're very busy, all right? To have a lot on your plate. I've got a lot on my plate right now. So now you know what we're doing. The next one that I have for you is this. So somebody could say, I've done my part. The is in your I'll wait for your answer. So think about that situation. Somebody, they've done their part, they've finished. They need to wait for the other person to do something. So they say, the is in your I've done my part. The is in your I'll wait for your answer. All right. You need to do something now. The is in your All right. I'm going to stop saying that. So what do you think? It's more of a sport idiom. And think about tennis. Okay. The tennis would be the sport where this comes from. And yes, actually, excellent. Ladan, Chris, Lolly, Vicky, perfect. You would say the ball is in your court. So, some situation happens and you are waiting for the other person to react. You're waiting for the other person to make a decision. You are waiting for this person to make the next move. And you would say, the ball is in your court now. It's your turn to act. The ball is in your court. Excellent. Let's look at the next one. This is true. This is true for me. And I think it may be a little easier. I've taken out the entire expression, and I'd say I like to eat a little chocolate at night before I go to sleep. Before I go to bed, I do. It's my guilty pleasure. I do eat a little chocolate. And I could say it's because I have a what? All right. How would you complete that sentence? I like to eat a little chocolate at night before I go to sleep. And I'd say it's because I have a what? What do you think? If somebody likes to eat Well, like me, they like to have a little chocolate. You could say that they have a what? What do you guys think? Excellent. Yes, Galina, just 1 minute. Kevin, yes, you would have a sweet tooth. And if you have a sweet tooth, it's not only talking about chocolate, it could be talking about any kind of food that is sweet. And you'd say, this person, they have a sweet tooth. I don't think I'm alone. I imagine many of you out there, you also have a sweet tooth. Some of you, maybe not. The next one, think about this situation. Before I loan you any money, you need to create a business plan. You need to get all your in a I'll give you some hints because this one may be a little more challenging. So the situation is somebody wants to borrow money. And I say, well, wait, before I loan you any money, I want to see a business plan. You need to create a business plan. You need to get prepared. You need to get ready. You need to get organized. You need to get all your in a So this is an expression that means just that. You're telling somebody to get organized, to get prepared, and you would tell that person, you need to get all your in a And if you need another additional hint, think about an animal, all right? I'm talking about an animal in this idiom or expression. Yes, I see one correct answer. Sorry, I have no idea how to pronounce your name. I apologize. But the correct answer is you need to get all your ducks in a row. So if you tell somebody to get their ducks in a row, it means, like I said, to be prepared or be organized for something that's going to happen. So you need, think about it. This, when you see ducks walking, if you see a family of ducks, they're walking in a straight line. They're walking in a row, and they look very organized. And that's where it comes from. You'd say you need to get your ducks in a row. So if you're telling somebody you need to get organized, you could say this instead. Get your ducks in a row. The next one, all right. In March of 2017, my wife and I got in New York City. Now, this is an expression that you can use. It means the same thing as, well, this. You can see the ring on my finger. The answer is not married. We did get married, but instead of saying we got married, my wife and I got married, we could say this instead. What is another more informal expression that you can use instead of saying I got married or we got married? In March of 2017, my wife and I got in New York City. Now, you could say married, sure, but what else can you use? This is an informal expression for married. All right, what do you think? Well, you wouldn't say not. You could say tie the knot. That does mean marriage, but think about this sentence in particular. You wouldn't say we get tied the knot. You would say we tied the knot in New York City. But in this case, I'm using that verb, got. All right? Yes, Mr. Ashar, Sid, excellent. You would say that we got hitched. All right? To get hitched is another way to say that you get married. So again, there are many different expressions you can use. You could say we got hitched, we tied the knot, we got married. Those are, well, of course, that last one, those are all different ways to say you get married. And this is definitely just more informal, more casual. Yeah, we got hitched. We got hitched last year. We got hitched in 2017. The next one, what do you guys think? Oh, I included, there's a picture of us right there back in 2017 in New York City. Do you guys know where that is? That is Rockefeller Square, all right? We're in Rockefeller Square, very famous landmark in New York City. Check it out if you guys ever visit New York City. So then I could say this one, I'd love to meet you for lunch, but I can't this weekend. I'll have to take a what? What do you think? Oh, thank you, Isaiah. I appreciate that. Congratulations. So what do you think? I'd love to meet you for lunch, but I can't this weekend. I'll have to take a what? So you're telling someone that you can't do this. All right? You want to, but you can't do it. So you're going to have to take a. How would you complete that sentence? And it, again, what it means is that you're basically saying that, yeah, you're going to have to do it another time. You'll do this some other time. I don't know when, but you'll have to do it later in the future. Ah, Sorel, thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, I tried to find a cute photo of us in New York. So what do you guys think? You can't do something this weekend. I'd love to meet you for lunch. I can't do it this weekend. I'll have to take a what? Yes, Ioana, Louisa, Sleepwalker, you would take a rain check. To take a rain check, it's also polite, I think, I think it's used especially if you don't really want to do something maybe and you want to be polite and you refuse an offer, you say, look, let's take a rain check. And the reason why I say it makes me think the person doesn't want to do it is because when you take a rain check, quite often you're not planning the exact time you will do it again. You'll just say, let's do it in the future. We'll take a rain check. It's not like you're saying, oh, we'll do it next weekend or we'll do it tomorrow. If you take a rain check, I think often you are not going to make a specific plan. Now, that doesn't mean that it won't happen. I think you could say, let's take a rain check. And then in the future, you actually do. You meet this other person. But I think this is a polite way to say, okay, let's not do it now. I got to take a rain check. All right. So I hope that you learn some new idioms and expressions today. Once this lesson gets posted, I will put all of them down in the description if you would like to review the idioms and expressions that we've gone over today so that hopefully, again, you can learn them. Listen for these if you're watching a TV show or movie. And I still would encourage you, try to practice them. You may make mistakes. That's perfectly okay. But again, just practice. That's the best way to learn. If you find yourself in a situation where you can tell somebody, look, I can't do it right now. Let's take a rain check. Or maybe maybe you're just having a conversation with somebody and you're just shooting the breeze. Or if you're being a little rude, maybe you tell somebody, hey, just wait a moment, hold your horses. Okay, so I hope you found this useful. Again, if you guys like what we do, love you guys. Whoop, there I am. You can connect with us, support and sponsor our channel. You get a YouTube membership or connect with us on Patreon. There are links to those in the description down below. I do see some members and patrons who are with us today in this live lesson, like Sure, Aiden, Vicky. Thank you guys for being here. Thank all of you guys for joining me for these lessons. I really appreciate it. It's also, I hope that it is a great way for you guys to practice your skills because you guys are writing in the chat as we're doing this and you're practicing your writing skills. And I think that's always great. So just going to give some quick shout outs. Thank you, Dagestan, Angela, Dups, Gertrudis, Joanna, Mary, Lolly, Darwin, Alex, thank you guys so much. Isaiah, Louisa, Sleepwalker, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys next time. So long. Aiden, Sorel, Vicky, bye-bye.